Hi everyone, it's Jax. We're in Brisbane, Australia today. Today we're going to do what do we want to do? We're going to take some calls. I'm really drawn today to talk a little bit about grief. It's been coming up all week in the sessions that I've been doing with people. It's been coming up in my life. It's been coming up all around me. And I think it would be beautiful to talk a little bit about grief as in not just losing people, but grief as in losing parts of ourselves if we've decided to move into different chapters of our lives, grief as relationships change, grief as we change, grief as when we do lose people in our lives. So if you want to talk a little bit about grief, call in. I'd love to chat to some people. We can talk about absolutely anything you want to talk about, but I'm really drawn to focus on grief at the moment in all ways, and the beauty of grief too, not just grief as a burden, but the beauty of grief in helping us move into new chapters and release old parts of ourselves and old stories that no longer work for us, old narratives that we don't need to hold on to. That's a massive part of this human existence, is allowing ourselves to pivot, to release old versions of ourselves, to release things or people or places that no longer work for us. And as incredible as that can be, sometimes there comes a lot of grief with that. Even when we're excited for new chapters, even when we're excited to do things differently, sometimes the pain of having to let people go or let things go or let past versions of ourselves go can be really overwhelming. So if you're experiencing any of that, please be so gentle with yourself. Please trust that you will continue to grow and change and shift in the most beautiful ways, but do not force yourself in any of it. Okay, let's do a little card pull before we take some calls. I'm so interested to see what will come through. I'll do a little collective reading with this. Oh, this is beautiful. Spirit of the tree, nature, priestess, inner peace. If you are in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. What this means is nature. And such a beautiful reminder that when we get caught up in uncertainty or grief or overwhelm or any of those really heavy, gritty emotions that we feel, connect in with nature, take yourself outside, remind yourself that there's far greater world than what you're experiencing within your mind, because our minds can be really powerful. Our minds are really powerful, but our minds can certainly overtake sometimes. And we have over 70,000 thoughts a day. 70,000. Most of them are nonsense. Most of them are conditioning. Most of them are old narratives or fears or things that we've believed about ourselves for decades and probably no longer really believe, but we've just held on to it for so long. So when your mind is busy, when your mind is consumed with fear or grief or overwhelm, take yourself outside, allow yourself to reset a little bit, and allow yourself to remember the enormity of the universe in the most beautiful ways, that things change and that things can change in an instant, and things do change in an instant, which is a blessing and incredible. And sometimes we need that little reminder. Okay. What else is coming through? I just really want to tap into what I'm being shown at the moment. I'm being shown someone sitting underneath a tree. And actually, do you know what I'm being shown? The beginning scene of the original Alice in Wonderland, one of the early scenes where she's sitting under the tree and she's starting to fall asleep. This is before she goes into Wonderland. Oh, I know why I'm being shown that. It's so gorgeous to remind you that reality is not always as it seems. There's so much going on behind the scenes in the universe. There's so much going on behind the scenes in the cosmos. And as Alice heads into Wonderland, she gets these different perspectives and these different reminders of how incredible and vast the universe is. So allow yourself to remember that everything right in front of you at the moment is not always as it seems. It can change. It will change. If it feels difficult, remind yourself that it will change. Okay, let's take some calls. Phyllis, are you there, my love?
Yes. Yes, I am. How are you?
How are you? I'm so great. How are you?
Great.
Do you have any questions that you wanted to ask specifically?
Yes, I have a daughter that I was supposed to start to get close to again, but now she's pulling back. I'm wondering why.
Why? Okay. She needs to sort. They're showing me things being put into different categories. So she needs to sort some things out within her own mind. This will change. This will shift again and you'll come back. But when you come back closer again, it is going to look different to the last time that you started to get close again. But this is a positive thing. So they're telling me to remind you that it doesn't need to look the same. In fact, it's better if it doesn't look the same and doesn't feel the same, because it means that you've both grown and that you've both shifted perspectives a little bit. At the moment, she's trying to sort of sort things in her own mind and shift her own perspective, and she just needs a little bit of time to do that for herself. How old is she?
Oh, she's about 50.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why I asked? Because it's like she's had these it really feels like she's just stepping into her own self. And that's not a criticism. We all grow in different ways and we have different life experiences, but it really feels like she's just stepping into her own. And what I mean by that is trusting herself a little bit more, understanding herself a little bit more. And she just, being shown tree roots. So she just needs to ground into that root, into that trusting herself and understanding herself more, and then you'll be able to reconnect. But the reconnection will feel very different and look very different. But I'm actually thrilled for you that it is going to be different, because you're both ready for it to be different.
Okay.
There's nothing you need to do at the moment. There's nothing you need to do with her at the moment. Just allow that to happen as it is. Your team is asking you to connect in with them more. So talk to me a little bit about how you connect in with your own guidance. I mean, you know your intuition is super strong, but how do you connect in with your spirit team?
I don't.
Okay. Would you like to?
I would.
Yeah, I think it would be, well, I know it would be amazing for you, and they're asking you to connect into in a little bit more. Let me just check in, because it's different for everyone. Everyone finds different methods. Some people find it through meditation, but that doesn't feel right for you. So let me just check in. Do you know what? It's walking for you. Like slow walks, even if it's just around your local area, just walking allows you to come out of overthinking a little bit and connect more in with your spirit team. So you can literally ask them questions throughout the day. You can say, please show me signs, please give me answers, please. They're asking you to ask them for more support and more guidance, which will be amazing.
Okay.
Do you go for walks?
I do. I do walk a lot.
Perfect. When you're walking, make that your really intentional time. Like that's my spirit team time. I'm going for my spirit team walk. That's what I'm doing. So be really intentional about how you do it. Let me just check in with what else they're saying, because there's more to this. Hold on. This probably feels like a long time ago, but do you remember what was going on for you when you were about 18?
Yes.
Yeah. They're asking for some reflection on that time, around 18, 19. They're just asking you to do a little bit of reflection, because there's some heart pain, like some heartache around that time, or heaviness around that time. And they just want you to reflect, even if you just do, write a little bit about it or spend some time reflecting on it. There's just a bit of heart stuff going on there that would be great for you to release that and move forward from that.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Do you want me to clarify a little bit more on that, or do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. If you spend a bit of time, I just don't want to sort of throw all your stuff out there for everyone to hear. So that's why I'm being a bit delicate with it. But spending some time reflecting back on that is going to be so powerful for you, and is actually going to allow you to connect into your spirit team more easily.
Okay.
Yeah. You deserve this, and
I have
connecting in. Sorry, yeah, please go.
I have a granddaughter that's in a very bad relationship.
Mhm.
Are these two kids going to stay together?
No, no.
I hope not.
They're not giving me time frames, and they're very clear in saying this is not for anyone else to intervene or to do anything about. This is very much allow this to play out as it is because it's giving her um, predestined growth. So this connection was already organized so that she would learn a lot about herself because she's rapidly learning a lot about herself in this. But this is not long term, and as she moves forward from this, when this ends, she's got so much more lightness and so much more opportunity for really peaceful love. But at the moment, this is where she is. No one intervening is going to support in any way, as in, it won't help her. She won't listen to what anyone's saying. It's not going to change the situation. So it kind of just, all you can do is provide support and love, and it will play out as it's meant to. But she won't stay there. She will be okay in the long term. She will be okay.
Okay. Okay, good.
And you'll look
Hey,
back
thank you, ma'am.
and you'll and be able to see why it's happened and see how it's changed her and helped her to evolve. It's just really hard for you at the moment to see her in that situation, but it is changing.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, we've got John.
Hello.
Hey, John. I've got a fellow Aussie. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm so great, thank you. What would you like to talk about?
I've had nothing but knockback, and knockdown since 2023. I think it was June, July, and the last one has left me. I was in a pair of shorts and a broken phone. Absolutely nothing left. I just wanted some guidance and some foresight into
Yeah.
where to go and what's happening next. I'm so lost.
Yeah. I'm so sorry it's been so heavy. There's quite a bit I want to talk to you about. I might jump a little bit all over the place just because I'm being shown different things, but it will all come together and make sense. I actually
No
want to
worries.
start with 2021. What was going on there for you? On
2021.
sorry, on an emotional level. So we don't need to delve into mental health.
2023, it all went to
Yeah,
south.
but
2021,
before that, so where were you
I
emotionally?
was
Just
struggling with my sexuality.
got it. That's what it is. Because I'm like,
In
there's
21.
this emotional battle going on, and then everything's kind of, as in your words, fallen apart since then. Okay, that battle that
Yeah,
you were
COVID,
feeling with your
lost my job.
sexuality. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's been an intense 5 years, 5 or 6 years for you. Not just since 23. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we talk a little bit about that battle with your sexuality and just what was going on for you in 21? Do you mind? Are you happy to speak about that
Oh,
on air?
please, no. I'm open to hear everything that I could possibly get. Thank you.
Perfect. I just want
I'm
to
like at my
respect
wit's
your
end.
boundaries. Okay. So with that battle in 2021 and how you were feeling about your sexuality and everything, if we take out everything else that's happened in your life, how are you feeling about that now? Are you in the same headspace with it, or are you feeling very different with it?
Oh, no, I'm more proud of who I am now, but it's still
Yeah.
semi-lost, really.
Okay. So that's what I'm picking up on is that
Just can't
you've
catch my
done a
breath.
lot of. Yeah, it's so hard, especially when you're trying to do. This is why they're showing me straight back to 2021 because you've been so intentional about doing a lot of healing work. So not just working, understanding your sexuality, but you've been working on some trauma from your past and past relationships. You've
Yep.
really done so much self-reflection, so much of your own healing work. I can see that you've tried to take guidance from other people and support from other people. And this is another reason why you're so exhausted, because that's been going on for so long too. So it's not just the last couple of years of hardship, it's been this really long process of you learning to really like yourself and to really honor who you are in this lifetime and trust that that's okay to be exactly who you are. That's been such a long, arduous process for you. And I just want to give you credit for that because It has not been easy for you, and I can feel I feel teary talking to you now. I can
Strong
feel
test
how
of
hard that
resilience. Trust me. So am I.
yeah,
Sorry.
it has. It's
It speaks of
not been
strong
an
test
easy
of
life.
resilience. That's for sure.
It has. And if we even look back to your younger years, this has not been an easy lifetime for you at all. It's not as though it's been easy and then it got tricky the last couple of years. It's always been a challenging lifetime for you. And can I give you a bit of an explanation from the spirit realm about why? Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Beautiful. Okay. So the way I get shown our soul decisions, so the things that we come here deliberately to learn. So a lot of the human experience happens as just, we learn organically through the different things that happen, but a lot of our experience is already predestined. We sign up for particular people that we meet, we sign up for particular challenges because they really help us grow on a soul level. So when we're in our soul form, we sign up for these experiences and it feels incredible because we think, okay, the more challenging, the more deep it is, the more challenging it is, the more extensive these experiences are, the more I'll grow on a soul level. And then we get here and we forget that. And it is wild to have this human experience because it's so much harder than what we anticipate. There's so much more, there's so much more depth to it and so much more nuance to it than what we anticipate. So it can be exhausting. And your team are saying that in soul form, we were so excited to come here. And the way they're saying it is, and choose a different path to most. And that's in a beautiful way. That is a really, really beautiful thing, but it's not an easy thing to choose a different path than most. And what I mean by that is you think differently to other people, and you do. You've got this brilliant brain that perceives, the way they're showing me is you perceive things far more easily than what most people perceive things. Does that make sense to you? Like you
Yeah.
can pick up on things before
Totally. Yeah.
someone might come. Yeah, like you might be in a situation for months and no one else has recognized, but you're already like, okay, this isn't working. I perceive there's something's going to go wrong in this situation, or there's something happening with this person. Nobody else picks up on it. And then months later, everyone realizes that that's what's happening. And you've already known that for months. So your brain has this brilliant way of perceiving things differently to other people. It's a gift. So this is what they want to really talk about is this is a gift of yours, but it is felt like a challenge because your brain is different to how a lot of people operate. Obviously, there's sexuality that you've been working through. I know that you've experienced some trauma, and I won't dig too deeply into that on air, but you've experienced a fair bit of trauma in this lifetime. And there's all of these things that have been so challenging for you. But what your spirit team want to say is it is these things that are actually make you the most incredible human that you are now, because you have this capacity to empathize with people so powerfully and so, so beautifully. You really do. But you're also very guarded when you need to be and when you are unsure of people's intentions. But when you trust people and when you are around people with really, particularly around people with very strong spiritual connection, like psychics, people who are really tapped into their spirituality and their spiritual connection, you are
Totally.
brilliant
Yes.
at empathy. Yeah, but you really understand those people, the people who have a lot of depth and who've done a lot of healing work and who don't have a lot of ego battles. You really empathize and you really understand. And that's an incredible quality. And your team is asking you to recognize that more about yourself, because the more you can recognize that you have these beautiful gifts of empathy, especially for people who are psychics and healers and warriors, people who have had a lot of trauma and have pulled themselves out of that trauma. You have this incredible gift of working with those people. So they're asking you to really be proud of that, but also really focus on that a lot more than what you have been, because everything's been so hard for a couple of years. It's like understandably, you're so busy just trying to get through each day and just trying to get to the next day and just trying to make everything okay. They're asking you to not disconnect from the real world, but remember that you're a soul being having a human experience, and you don't need to stay in the humanness all the time. You can check out sometimes, whether that's through meditation or visualizations or finding your strategies where you connect into your higher self. Do you know what I mean by that? How to connect in with your higher self?
Yeah, I normally wander into the forest or sit by the beach.
Perfect. You're
Water's
being
my
asked to do
always
that because
go-to.
that's water is your balancer and your grounder. And the more that you do that, you will then be able to find the strategies that are going to help you in your day-to-day life, in your human existence, in your day-to-day life, because you have such a strong connection to the spirit realm. They're trying to support you and guide you to tap into your higher self knowledge so that you can make different decisions. I really want to reassure you that all of this is nothing that you have done wrong. That's why I've spoken to you about this. Is you signed up in this lifetime for significant, what we see as challenges, but on a soul level, it's just incredible growth and incredible expansion. What they're saying is, what are we now? August 2025. I'm being shown January 27. So I know that feels like a long time away, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. The beginning of 27. Do you know what I'm actually seeing you? I know you're on the Gold Coast, but they're actually showing me Sunshine Coast, hinterland, sort of further up from that and further up north from that. They're showing me you spending some time there, meeting
Oh,
new
wow.
people.
Cairns has been calling me for years for some reason.
Yes, that's what they're showing me. So from Sunshine Coast hinterland upwards, like up north, so I'm being shown like Mackay, Port Douglas, Cairns, all of that kind of thing. There are soul connections there for you. No wonder you're being called to that, because there are people, as I said to you, your brain works differently to most, but it's incredible. But there are people up north for you who get you, who inspire you, who will connect with you so well. And you, for the first time in this lifetime, will just be spending time with people where you're like, oh, this is me. These are my people. I can say what, because there's things that you want to share. You have so much wisdom. You know
Yeah.
this. There's things that you want to share, but you haven't found your people that you can share that with. Even if you tried to share it online, it's not being received. Even if you're trying to talk to people around you, it's not being received. And you're like, I've got all this knowledge and all of this esoteric wisdom as well as, earthly wisdom, and it's not being received. It's not because it's not brilliant. It really, really is. It just hasn't been your time yet, because you had to do some past lifetime karmic stuff and you had to do some healing in this lifetime. But by January 2027, I suspect it'll be a little bit before that, but by then you're settled. And oh my gosh, I can see this big grin on your face. It's you. It's what you've been craving.
I think I'm going to go on a good flight today.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. Even if you just spend a bit of time, if you can't spend all your time there at the moment, fly back and forward, do road trips, fly there, visit there, because that is that's why you're so drawn to it. From that energetic perspective as well, it is where you belong, and you already know this, and your people are there. I keep seeing you talking to groups of people.
For years it's been calling me, and I had no idea. Cairns.
I'm so excited for you, because that's where it is. So it's sort of from Sunshine Coast up north. So I don't know whether you're sort of will be based in Cairns and sort of moving a little bit around. Yeah, it's incredible. And it's going to feel like you are in a completely different life, because for the first time in this lifetime, you get to share that knowledge that you have, and you get to share the wisdom that you know that you're here to share. You have that deep knowing of, there's a reason I know these things. There's a reason I want to talk about these things, but you haven't been able to find the outlet for it. It just hasn't been the right time, but you're so close to this, and it's going to feel incredible for you.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I'm so thrilled. Is there anything else you wanted to ask before we jump off?
That was just about everything I could see. Thank you. Answer my question on Cairns. Wow.
Yeah.
And I'll keep up with my healing.
Proud of you. Keep going with your healing. I mean, this human journey is, constant evolution. But allow yourself, the other thing they're saying is allow yourself, keep going with your healing, but allow yourself to move now. And I know it's tricky when the external situation is not the same, but allow yourself to move into a little bit more playfulness now as well. So have moments where you just, I can hear it in your voice and I can feel it in your energy that This feels really exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Allow yourself more moments of playfulness because there's such a massive change coming for you over the next year or a year and a bit. Oh, well done. Well done for everything that you've done, and well done for the way that you've really
Looking
honoured
forward to
yourself. Yeah, you deserve it. It's
I
been
keep
really
smiling
heavy. You
and
deserve
I
it.
keep making people smile. Just push along.
And you're doing it beautifully. That's why you now get to meet your soul people, because you've done all of that inner healing and that reflection, and now it's time for your people and for your. They just said coming home. That's what it'll feel like, coming home.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm going to be able to breathe and just go,
That's
like a sigh.
it is. Oh, it's going to feel like you can breathe. All right, I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much
trusting
for
me.
your help.
My pleasure. My
And-
pleasure.
Love from Australia to you in America.
All right, I'll talk to you. Bye. Take care. All right, everyone. Thank you for an amazing show. I'm so excited, and I'll see you next week. I'm excited to do this again and to talk about what's going on for everyone. As you can, take some time to reconnect with nature, to tap into your inner knowing, because you are far more strong and wise than you are giving yourself credit for.